Welcome everyone to this weekend live charting session. Just before starting, I just want to give you guys a heads up, a disclaimer that everything I talk about here is my own ideas. None of this is any financial advice. So you guys always take it as your own ideas. Again, guys, the format again I said will be the same. First, we're gonna look at some ETFs, and then I'm gonna look at stocks to find the good setups. After that, I'll take some Q and A's and chart requests in the end. So if you guys have any question or anything, so please save it for the end. All right. So let's get to keyword. As mentioned last week, next week is not looking good for Kathy, and it closed at all-time lows basically. 52-week lows closed not looking good at all. Broke this key support that we had last week. This one 57.50. Price came here, bounced off a bit, but eventually broke our level on very high volume, bearish. Um, Engulfing here on the daily, might be on the weekly too. Let's see. Yeah, weekly is not looking good either, guys. Look at this hammers. These hammers does not matter um basically in the bear market, because our arc is in the bear market. Every single bounce is gonna get sold, and we are covering it for almost 2-3 months now. When arc was somewhere around here, shorting the hell out of it. In my opinion, it's not done yet. Those who ever say arc is going to bounce back from here, it has no chance, guys, because look at the companies um, that are holds, like it's a Herd Skills. But recently they sold Palantir, Roku, Twilio, SC. These are the companies that they hold inside the ETFs, and then these are the companies are not doing good now on their balance sheet. So then how do you expect ARK to do good? So I think ARK has more room down, probably just these lows, because this bubble is already popped that we talked about last week. Look at this was a covid bubble, breaking down. So might just go into this in this zone somewhere. Before that it can get a bounce, but I don't expect all-time highs or these 100 levels again on arc anytime soon. So really good shot going into next weeks, in simple terms. So anything below, let's say if price is just below 56, I can just go short right away off open. My stop loss would be $56, and then I have a good room to the downside here, because a lot of consolidation and then push to the downside. Let's make a quick support here. So looks like 51.50 is next support, has some small gaps to fill. After that there's not really much support. um can take a support here somewhere. This looks like to be a good support here. So 49.50 would be my target here. 51.50 on arc going into next week. It'd be fun shorting hood again, or SC, all these names. As XLE energy sector just going sideways here, nothing really going on. So this was a huge resistance area on XLE. It just consolidating here for sideways now, I guess. Low volume consolidation here on Friday. Volumes decreasing. Let's look at the magnets. Bouncing off the magnets, looking nice, to be honest. I'll be watching 77.80 level for any upside on oil, and my target would be the all-time highs on XLE. On XLF, ooh, financials now looking good. Banks, guys, broke down this support here, retested it basically, and then going back down again. So this was a zone that I drew, and then broke down, retested it, rejected it. Has a huge gap, now to fill to the downside. Definitely has more room downside on all the banks. So 39.20 level I'll be watching on XLF for any downside, has a huge gap to fill, almost a dollar gap here. If you take any stock, that would be a 2-3 point move. So should be on your high watch, all the banks. Now let's look at S&P 500. Bearish engulfing outside day, low volume. Mm, Still sideways action, not can't really tell anything, but not looking good, guys. As mentioned in the last video, that I'm still very bearish on S&P 500, and then we dropped a lot this week alone. I don't think S&P is just done yet, just by looking at the price action and all. And as you guys know, my alert wave is also saying S&P is going to 380, or probably 400 to 380 level. That is where I think the bounce can happen. So I think still has room a lot for downside. Oh, so the levels that I'll be watching going into next week, just basically these lows, the March lows already. So 415. Um, Check out the 415. I'll be watching on S&P for lows, and then my next target would be this gap fill right after this drop. Price might take a stop here at 410, but once this 410 breaks, I expect 400 to become quick, like very quick. um Now let's just look at weekly chart, what it says. Probably, yeah, guys, look at this candle here. Look at this bullish candle. So I think this candle has a lot of stop losses in it. So once price closed below this candle on the weekly chart, that is when the bulls are in trouble. Look at the volume, guys, coming in. Every single downtrend is coming. It's a lot of volume coming in. So should be on high. Next week should be nice. And guys, next week is also, I think, FOMC meetings too. So I think we will see some volatility going into next week. But 415 definitely level of interest. If SPY wanna be bullish, then this is the first level that I want SPY to be above at. So 441 is the first level that I want SPY to close above, and then I can turn a bit bullish. But this is a big level here on S&P 458. So yeah, has a lot of catch up to do to the upside. Looks like a bear flag too, guys. Oh, now let's look at Qs. Not looking good either. In the bear market right now. Let's look at how much down is from all-time highs. It's almost down 20%. Guys, every single bounce in bear market is gonna get sold hard. And then we saw big bounce here, big bounce here, and then now just sold off pretty hard. Again, this is the only one level I'm watching on Qs, is the 316 36 level. Watching on Qs here. Once this level breaks, I think Qs can revisit these lows here, which is 300 to 97, 300 level. You can easily go there and then start pushing back to the upside. Again, this is all based off technicals. This is all based off technical. Let's say if Fed comes out tomorrow and then say we're not going to raise rates, we're only going to raise 0.25, 25 BPS points, or they are not gonna reduce their balance sheets for now. Let's say they said we're gonna start buying more assets, or they said they haven't decided the balance sheet runoff yet. Or that might change some of the things here. But as far as the technicals, so these are the levels I'm watching going into next week. So 316.36 level watching on Qs for any further downside. Again, guys, same level as S&P, above 350. I will be bullish here. IWM, just sideways action going on, like after breaking down, sideways action going on. Uh, so the levels on IWM that I've been watching. So these are the March lows, I guess. So the March lows is at 193 somewhere. Is at 193.60. So 193.60 level I'm watching on IWM for any further downside here. No, it's also making this downtrend too. Like it's making this downtrend. So unless price is above, somewhere around here, close around here somewhere, and then break out and then retest and then go up, only then I will be interested in going long on IWM. Dow Jones looks like the same chart, guys. Nothing new here. Has a small gap to fill to just like S&P. 328.70 level. I'll be watching for more for intraday play to the downside on Dow Jones. So this is a big support here. Break this 326 and then these lows will become very quick because in this area there is no support. There is no support in this candle because this other push wasn't like the first 5-10 minutes, and then price did not make um, any supports here and just went and shot back up. So once price breaks this 325, it's gonna go quickly to 320. That's not the case with the DIA. It's the case with every single stock out there. When the stocks got this big bounce without any major supports making. Oh, guys. All right. Looks pretty bearish to be honest. Next week again. Love playing the fucking downside, guys. Love playing the downside. So fucking used to buying puts that I don't even think about buying calls now. Whenever stocks breaks out, I'm like, fuck, the dash is gonna pop. There's no point. So double A, this is aluminium stock. Metals are on fire. Uh, was this whole week, but looks like aluminum is breaking the trend here. So I'll be watching 77 12 level for the puts on aluminum, and 85.71 for any upside here on double A. Let's look at Apple. Apple was weak. Apple was a lot. As Apple gave me confirmation Friday that stock market gonna go down. Yes, when you see all these stocks going down and then S&P 500, it's just holding its gains at the high of the days, that is an indication that is that is not going to last for a long time. And then we ended at low of the day on S&P. All these stocks, if you talk about Amazon, mm, Google or Apple or any other name out there, it was dropping on Fridays at open, and S&P was just at where it was open. So that was a big indication the spice was gonna drop. So we took puts and scored big time. So what's next for Apple? So next support on Apple is 152. Looks like this is a demand zone tested once already. So this is the demand here. So look at this. Price moved up, formed a base, moved up, coming back to this demand zone, and got a nice bounce of this fresh demand zone. So what price is doing now is coming back, retesting this demand zone first. So bulls will attempt. Okay. So bulls will attempt for a bounce here on this one. Okay, what's happened to my charger? Okay, So bulls will attempt for a bounce here. If bulls failed at these levels at 152, then I am expecting uh, a downside on Apple. So which would be my target would be on the break is this one 147 55. So this is a level I'm watching on break of this one. So, so keep an eye, guys. If Apple breaking this low, then no one can save S&P 500 um, uh, to make new lows. Airbnb price just in a sideways action, guys. Price in a sideways action, no reason to get a trade here. Um, unless we get a break, of 141. So any break of 141, guys, intraday scalp on Airbnb. Let's give a good level here. 140.53 is a level I'll be watching on Airbnb. Let's just set an alert. We might just get a fucking gap down Monday. Guys, this is a perfect setup here, in my opinion. Very perfect setup here. Going into next week or 2 weeks, it's a huge head and shoulder on ABT. Breaking down the cons are pretty good too, not too bad. The spreads are pretty good. Has weekly contracts, so I would look to get a position in ABT for a short side. Bro, this key support here, 114.38. So if price stays below this level, 114.38, then I would love to go short here on ABT with a target of my first target would be somewhere around here, uh, which is 109.70 is my first target. And after that, 105.40 is my ultimate target here on ABT. Price just needs to hold below this 114.40 level. Have it on your high alert, guys. Adobe not looking good, guys. Not looking good. Looks like it's just saying open the market that I'm gonna dump. So bad. Look at this, guys. So holding key support here on Adobe. Once this support breaks on high volume, bearish engulfing, not a good look. But once this support breaks, guys, 386 will come probably in one day, right? So has really no support here under this. Once it's supposed to support breaks, then I expect price not to stop just here, but go down somewhere here, because that was a huge base here. And then if it break down of the base, um, that is not a good sign. Autodesk, same setup as Adobe. Shouting the hell out of this Autodesk, guys. It's been fun, so much fun. um, Same setup, guys. On Autodesk, break this 192.31 support, and then it's going to 170 next, easy. Guys, what I would say in this market, when we have a lot of volatility, do not focus on names like AMD, Nvidia, um, or or Apple or S&P. These, because thinking like these, they don't move much in one single day if we compare to any of the stocks out there. Because I shot SC, Twilio, Autodesk, Adobe, these names all the time. And these names moves like 10 to 12 points, 15 points, in a day. When the volatility is on our side, the market is on our side, market is trendy, then I want to trade stocks, that move fast in one day. And then Autodesk, all these names are good, are the good names to play to the downside or to the upside, because you can literally easily get 8-10 point moves, and then there's like 500% moves on these plays. The spreads are pretty wide, but sometimes if you manage to get somewhere in the middle, and then just sit and relax, enjoy your gains. Offer about 15% on Friday. How? I did not know about this. Guys, look at high volume consolidation here. Broke down consolidation and then retested it that we talked about last week, rejected it, bounced off the prior level, fake bounce. And then we got this small consolidation and then broke out on high volume. Um, and then there are definitely more room to the downside here on a firm. Guys, there is no such thing as oversold and overbought in this market or in any market. I don't trust any indicators, and then neither you should. Look at PayPal, guys. Look at Facebook. If they wanted to bounce, they would have bounced from the oversold territories long time ago. But unfortunately, that's not how price works. That's not what big guys see in all these names, these all these indicators, all these oversold. So just follow the price action, guys. Do not look at any indicators, do not look at any divergences. You're gonna get faked out so many times. So just don't, guys. I can quickly give you example here on a firm. uh, Look at this, guys. Price is clearly making uh, this a downtrend here. Price is making price in a downtrend. RSI oversold here. We got a dead cat bounce, and then we went back down. Now what's happening, guys? Um, Price is going down. Divergence is going up. It's making this bullish divergence, right? It's making bullish divergence. But what's going to happen next week? She's gonna print a new lows on the daily chart. So always follow the levels, nor the indicators. AMAT semi name, 122.66 support here on AMAT. Looks like a good setup for both sides going into next week. I'll be watching 130 for any upside, and then 122.66 for any downside, guys. Guys, again, I'm saying the more indicator you guys use in your analysis, the more times you will have second thoughts, and you guys um, don't want to have any second thoughts when trading. Well, the time you guys starting to have second thoughts, that's when you get emotional. That's when you get, you know, all this stuff, that happens. So just remove the bias, just play the levels, and then you'll be all good. AMC posted on my Twitter that this shit is not looking good at all. And then look at this. It's making this head and shoulder here um, on AMC. So what's the level on AMC? So 1430 is the first level that I'll be watching for any further downside on AMC. So this is the lows that I'll be watching closely. 1340 level I'm watching on AMC. Once this 1340 level breaks, guys, AMC is going to single digit stocks. I'm telling you this. All the AMC apes hear this out loud. Once this breaks 1340 level, AMC is going to single digit. Easy. Will be the easiest shot in the stock market history, guys. Mm. Guys, not just AMC, but AMD is also making this not a good looking chart here. Head and shoulder here, making on the daily chart, holding this key support here, 99 30 level. Guys, posted this chart on Twitter and then got criticized by a lot of people that my right shoulder is dislocated, and this head is not nice and all that stuff. Guys, this is not a drawing competition. First of all, we're gonna play levels in this market. So as long as my levels are not breaking, I'm not gonna get into a trade at all. So my only one level I'm watching is 99.40 level. So if this level breaks on AMD, then I'm going to play the downside, and then I'll consider this is a huge head and shoulder just broke down of this neckline. So keep an eye on 99.40 level for the downside, and 111 and 90 for any upside here on AMD. uh, American Express sold off hard here off the highs after earning nice earnings, and then broke out of this prior all-time highs. Clearly a fake out. Now going to the downside, has a nice gap to fill here. So the levels I'm watching, it looks like a good play for either side. I'm gonna set an alert on both sides here. Look at this gap, guys. This has a huge nice gap here from this 159.50 to almost 164.90. So almost a 5 point gap here on American Express. So for any upside, let's say the Fed comes and say we are raising 200 BPS points, and then bank's gonna shot up to the upside. So watch any upside on banks if Fed comes up with a very aggressive policy on the interest rates. So 170 to 31, the level I'm watching on American Express for any upside. BA by BA, shit's not looking good. Only one level. It's fake out, guys. Clear fake out. Lows coming 100%. Look at this, guys. Range broke down, range goes sideways, and then what happens? Price trying to break out of the range, failed breakout, bearish engulfing, high volume, near support, has a gap to fill to the downside. This is going to drop. So watching 171.40 level here for the downside on BA, not bullish at all unless price close above these levels or even these levels, guys. Any bounce to below 207 is going to get sold on BA. So watch this 207 level to go short every single time. See a green day on BA, and has a gap to fill here downside too, so can easily go to 158 here. Baba, guys, who would have predicted this drop? Who would have predicted this drop? Got into Baba puts. Unfortunately, did not help all the way to the downside, but definitely sold for around 120 or 50% the last week when we got it. Nice drop here on Baba, huge volume coming in, but let's look at what's coming next for Baba. Guys, look at people who were calling bounce on Baba since it was like 180. It's oversold. It's gonna get bounced. It's Alibaba. It cannot go down this much. Look at Alibaba now. Shit's in 2 digits. Guess what, guys? Shit will be in $50 range soon too. So 86 is the key level here to hold on. 86 level needs to hold on Alibaba, otherwise 73 next. Fire. Okay, this is not right. That's this. So 86 hold or just go to 73 next, guys. Should be an easy play, high volume coming in, no brainer play on the break. Can be a bit extended here, but if it's breaking supports, then I don't mind. After 86. Okay. Guys, Bank of America, I think this is a good setup, either side. Look at this. Price goes down. Guys, follow the pattern. Follow the pattern in this market. What's going on? How price works. Look at this. Price goes down straight. Very impulsive move to the downside. Short covering. dead cat bounce, whatever you want to call it. Now what's next, right? So that's how price was, guys. Price works in a wave. So look at this, going down, right? Price just cannot go straight down. Um, so what I would say, just watch these levels carefully, guys. All these both levels, I have here on Bank of America, so which is 41.62 for any upside and 40.13 for any downside. On Bank of America has a huge gap to fill. 40.13 break, 38.18 next here, probably in one day. So keep an eye. So I probably only watching Bank of America or JPM. These are the only two banks name I'll be probably watching on the break of supports here. That next week looks like it's going to be fire already. I can feel it. I can feel it. That it's going to be fire. So Best Buy looks like a good shot here. 92.93. Guys, it's been fucking 2 months. We are only discussing short setups. This tell you all about the market. This tell you all about the market. The people who are trying to catch the bottom on FinTwit every single day, soon will deactivate their account, guys. So Beyond Meat not looking good. Broke key support here. Looks at this triangle. Broke here. This is a big triangle break. This is a small triangle break. What's next? New lows. Um, New lows here. So break this low, break this 38.40 level, and then it's probably going to 35 next. Easy. Where is 35? It's going 35. Guys. 35 just gave a target, but it's gonna go more down than that. So 35 is my first target on Beyond Meat. Surprisingly, Cat is very bullish. I have no idea why. So it looks like we have one good setup, not good setup, but a long setup here for the next week. Price in this sideways range, and then broke out of this, and then retested that level. Now going back up. Want to see more volume though. This not in a volume. Probably it's because of sideways consolidation. But the only level I'm watching for any upside is 219 10 for any upside on CAT. Guys, I choose this these psychological levels when I don't see any supports there, because price tend to move on the um, psychological numbers, like let's say the 35. After 35, what's next? Probably like $3 less, like 32, and then 30, and then 27, 25. That's how I um that's why I have my targets on all the names, that I just break supports with nothing underneath. So that's what I suggest. The same thing is with Rivian, same thing is with Affirm, same thing with Roblox. All these shits is gonna print new lows every single week. So watch out for all these easy to play shorts. Uranium names holding up nice here. Low volume consolidation going on. Uh, Only two levels I'm watching on CCJ. The upside would be just at least one level I'm watching. So 28.50 level I'm watching on CCJ for any further upside. I don't want to play any shots on this name because price is still in trending, can get a bounce anytime. So I don't want to get fuck around and then try to catch the top here on Uranium. But if it breaks the upside, then we'll definitely play the upside here. Should be an easy trade on the break. CCL, guys, only gonna look at one airline names as always, and then we'll try to predict the future of all the airlines names. Looks like a bear flag breakdown here on CCL on high volume. So what are the levels? Same levels as BA, guys. Same levels as BA. 1670 for any downside here, um, and for upside, let's look at if it has any upside. No, guys, I don't want to go long. Can go long, but guys, your risk, your reward is not that good. No, reward is not that good. Probably $1 or 70 cents. Um, but have that 1826 level on your charts. So watching 1670 here for the downside on CCL has a gap to fill too. Chewy. This is a annoying name. I was short Chewy somewhere around here. The market was completely somewhere around here, I guess. The market was completely going red, and this should held up pretty nice. So not gonna trade Chewy unless it breaks this lows here. Guys, look at this pattern, guys. Look at the pattern that I showed you on Bank of America. It's the same pattern here. The same pattern works in every single downtrend. The same pattern works in every single uptrend. Looks what happening, guys. Coming back, going up, coming back, going up, sort of hard, coming back here, going up, now sort. What's next, guys? What's next? You guys know what's next, right? So it's that easy, guys. It's that easy. So watching this 3670 level here on Chewy for any further downside. What's next? Probably okay. It has a low target, guys. 31 or probably 32 next here on the break here. Should be an easy trade too. Because look at this, because most of the stocks we see now after the break is just consolidating sideways here since like January, just what, yeah, we are getting a good moves on the daily, but if you look at the the bigger picture, the price is just consolidating in a sideways. If you look at S&P, Apple, or or any other big name, any small name, so I think we are ready to pop out of this consolidation here. But once we do, I think not a lot of longs gonna like it. No, guys, if you're new here, all you gotta know is that I look at all the symbols. If I'm a C, that means anything after that is still I'm gonna talk about after. So watch out for S. I'm just a C. I always do the alphabetic order. CLF, 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 looking bullish. I had a load of calls on CLF, got fucked on Friday, but it's all right. Made this fake out here. So the only level I'm watching going into next week to go long on CLF is 29 70 level. I think it's also a metal name. Let's look at it. It engaged in the production of metallics and coke, and iron making, steel making. So it's all this metals and stuff. So 26 70 level watching on CLF. Let's look at Bitcoin first. Funny here when this happens. Guys, how's my sound? Let me know. Let me know how's my sound. Do I need to change a bit or anything? So the only support I'm watching on Bitcoin is 37K. So 37K support zone is I'm watching for any further downside. Um, Nothing's gonna, Bitcoin's not bullish unless above these highs. 45, 500, anything in between is just a chop. Anything in between is a chop. So close above 45, 500, then I'll be bullish. And then below 3700, 37K or this 34K, and then I'll turn bearish again. But for now, price is just in a sideways action here. So now let's look at coin. What is coin suggesting? Guys, coin broke this lows here. You guys can see broke down this lows, retested it, now going back down. Now what's next? Guys, low volume consolidation here going on. Not looking good, to be honest. So I'm gonna set an alert at 156. So 156, my next target here would be 145. So 145 is my next target. It's a big name. I want to give it more room to go to the downside. So 10 points is our take on the break. I know, yeah. Most of you guys also now love playing the downside because it's easy to play the downside than to the upside. To be honest, let me know, guys, if you guys love playing the downside. That's fun. That's so much fun. Oh, Costco. Costco is in a sideways section, guys. Nothing really going on in here. So 511, 50 level, I'm watching for any downside on Costco, and 545, 50 level on the upside, guys. Um, look at this. Like, I don't want to trade the chop. Like whenever you see this kind of action going on, stay away. Stay away from this action. Let the price, let the price, break either side and then get into a trade. That would gives you that will put you in a better peace of mind when into a trade, and your risk to level is perfectly defined when you actually wait for a perfect setups, right? So break this, and the next support here is this one. So 501, so 500 is the next support here on Costco on the break here. So upside can break too. So just have those both levels on your charts. CRM not looking good, guys. Not looking good at all. Um, has a nice gap to fill too. You guys can clearly see this is a gap here from 192 up to 197, almost a 5 point gap here. So just wait unless price close below this 197.90 level, and then that will quickly go to 189 next. Guys, I don't want Monday, to be deep, right? Because, guys, what happens when we have big moves? When we have the big moves right of the open, right of the at the open day, and then when then price goes sideways, that's what I don't want. So just want a slow grind to the downside so we can play all week. That'd be nice, instead of just price gaps up or gaps down on a Monday and then just go sideways for a whole day. So guys, this is that thing that I use. Yeah, let's say you see spice gapping up or gapping down like 7 points, 10 points a day. That day I just stay away. I just stay away from all the stocks and to play, because thing is a big move is already happened. So what's gonna happen the all day? The market just gonna digest that move. So how the market digests that move? Market goes sideways. Market goes sideways, and then a lot of people get foggy, going long and shorting the chop. But what's the best scenario in that situation is just to observe the price action and sit on your hands and wait for the next day or any setup to play. No, guys, I'm not sizing it down on Monday, but just letting you know, guys, that's how it should be. If you feel like chasing a play, then it's better not to be in the play. CSCO, never mind. Oils, this oil chart still looking bullish to me. I think the only chart that I will play is the Oxy. So watching CVX above 174 70 level here for more upside. Price consolidated, for 4 days sideways here on declining volume. So definitely has some room to the upside on the break here. Delta Airlines, guys, it's the same levels, same setup here as BA, as CCL, as RCL. So choose one or two setups of these kinds. The preferably, I would choose a setup um, on any setup that I would choose, where the price is a little bit far away from the support. So, even if we get a gap down, so it will take some time for price to go to our support level and break it, so we can get an intraday trade. Instead, I don't want to have, let's say I don't want to have this level 32. Like I know most of people will have this level, so 32 level. I don't want 32 level. So what if price, we got a gap down? Then I cannot play the Delta Airlines. So I want to have it a little bit, down here, 31.50, or at a closing of this day, 31.23, somewhere around, a bit far, so I can play the actual downside, even if we get a gap down. Same goes with the gap up. Dash, same setup here as CRM, same exact setup. So watching 85.15 level for more downside. Break this level, I think then Dash can go to 65 next. Easy here. Being very, very sure. 95 level, break, it can break down, can see some upside, but eventually it's gonna get sold. Dropbox, guy. This is the name, guy. This is the name I told you guys so many times. This is a name that a small company should play. Look at the moves in happening. 4% in one day on day like Friday. All you guys should be banking on this name. So what's next for Dropbox? Huge head and shoulder breakdown here. Can clearly see huge head and shoulder breakdown. Retested it, confirmed that new lows coming. So 1990 is the next level I'm watching on Dropbox for the downside with a target of 1837. Next target here on Dropbox should be on your high watch, guys. This Datadog, I was long short in this name because I remember I talked about this name when it was around somewhere here. It was around somewhere here 170, 178 level, if you guys remember. That I say, if market drops, this is a name that's gonna give up all the gains really quick. So what happened now, guys, is almost down 30% from why. Guess why did I why did I go short on this name? Because at this point on 10th February, it was still hovering around this all-time highs. It was only down, well, like 10% here, it was only down 10-12%. And all these names compared to Datadog, if you talk about Cloudflare, if you talk about this Autodesk or TTD, all these names, the software names, they were to the downside like a lot, and then this was holding up gains. So that was a clear sign of me shorting this software name, which was still holding up its gains. And then I just went out short, a month or 2 month out, and then I'm still holding some runs, but shit's looking good. Still looking good here. Guys, that's another way to analyze the market. If you guys know what's going in the market, you guys can easily find setups here, and then can easily find some lagging setups too. So more lows coming if it breaks 119.41 level, has a small gap to fill too, but I think it's not going to stop there. 109.31 is the first target here on the break of this level. Dell, guys, took a L on this shot. Uh, but this was my stop. It's funny, guys. It's so funny. This was my stop 52, 56 level. I took a trade using somewhere around these levels. Um, but price gapped up, not gapped up, but just pushed back higher. And then this, I thought, this will be my stop. I'll keep on averaging down. And then on Friday, let me show you what happened, guys. That's why I always say, guys, have a buffer above your stop loss. Have always a buffer. Always give yourself a little bit, buffer, so you can stay in the position. So this is my stop loss. You guys can clearly see 52.50. What happens? Price just went for my stop loss. Price just went for my stop loss, closed above it, and then I closed my position for minus 30%, and then shit's coming back down, right? So how to avoid these kind of stuff? As I'm usually very aware of it, but I don't know what happened, in this case. But what you guys can do, what I do most of the time is, let's say this is my stop loss 50 to 50, then I would give myself a little bit of more buffer on the stop, let's say 50 cents or even $1. If I'm like 2 months out, then I can give a little bit more buffer here on stop loss. My stop loss, it can be, this 53 level instead of 50 through 50. So, I could avoid the fake out and then be in the play for a long time. Disney, Disney new lows coming next week. Shit's not looking good, guys. So 129, 27 break. Guys, I'm being an ultra bear, and then we know Monday we gapped up hard and then printed all-time highs in 2 weeks. That'd be funny. Um, So 129.27 here, key level on Disney. Guys, we can see all-time highs. If Fed comes up and says something really, really nice, and which market likes. Right, the 3,000% I still remember on Disney. A lot of people banged. A lot of people banged. A lot of people took the play. Still one of the best plays. Guys, my best play is like, I think it's 4,600%, something like that. Like that's my highest play that I caught. So DKNG, guys, DKNG posted on my Twitter that I am looking for a short swing on DKNG once it's breaking this level 1655, and then I entered along with some of the members here. Looking nice. 1655 breaks. So next target here on DKNG is 1350. Yes, it was Amazon. Guys, Doku, I'm not touching Doku, but the one thing that I can tell for sure is the new lows coming on Doku. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not this week, but once price digest this move, digest this gap down, then it can start it going down back again. So Doku, guys, in coming weeks, a perfect short setup. You just gotta wait a bit here on Doku. Let's talk about EA. Never talked about this shit here, but setup looked too good on Fridays. Ooh, okay, look at this guy. Look at this. 122.22 breaks, and then 120 comes. 120 breaks, then it's game over. P. But I guess I don't want to play this EA name, but you guys can play 122.22 liquid cons, easy, good setup here. Guys, eBay is a perfect example that I wanted to show you how price works when in a downtrend and in an uptrend here, right? Um, So guys, price in uptrend very bullish. Everyone is ultra bullish here. Holding this COVID lows here, making this bull flag, breaking out, retest, going up, making this consolidation zone, breakout, retest, now going back up again, right? Making this bull flag again. Now the top is in. So now what happens next? Break this huge uptrend here. Break this huge uptrend, and then what happens, guys? Trend changes. Trend changed. Look what happens now. Instead of bull flagging, shit's making bear flagging. Bear flag here, bear flag here. Now, now what? Now another consolidation break here. So guys, so anyone telling you, that the bottom is in and all that stuff, I don't know. Because price needs to be above prior low to be bullish again, right? So anytime, anytime, guys, anytime in any stock, price comes here. Let's you get a dead cat bounce. Let's you get a double bottom here. Price goes there, people get bullish. But what they don't know is this is where is the perfect setup here for shorts to short the market. Why? Because when it comes down here, it is not a good um, level to enter a long short position. Why? Because the risk reward is not there, guys. Risk reward is not there. If you are a long short, you want to have your stop loss at prior swings. So what happens, price goes to the prior swings. Shorts get a really a nice risk reward here. If price reject down back here from these levels where it reject in the past, and then it's going to reject back down, and then stop loss would be somewhere around here. Price is here, very minimal stop loss, high reward here to the downside, right? So that's how it works, guys. If anybody calling bottoms on 2 green days, you guys need to reevaluate if you guys should follow those people. 49.53, watching next level on eBay for any further downside here. So 48.67. So this is my ultimate target, which is 45.36 on the break. It might not get there, but should be on the break. I might not get there next week, but can go there definitely on the break if market is weak. This is the name that I shot. Don't alert, but I shot. Edit. Have to need to watch, guys. If you the spreads are okay too. This is also Kathy name. The only reason that I go short in this name, just because Kathy buys it. Enphase Energy, clear rejection of this resistance here. Don't want to go short here on Enphase Energy unless price is below this 153. Break 153 and then it can easily go back to 180 next. So 153 is a key level here on Enphase Energy. Not going short unless it breaks this level. So for the upside, now I am watching. Now I know that this is the level, where price rejected, and then we have this prior supply here too. So I will not think about going long unless price is above these supply zone here. So I want price to close above these levels, and then I'm gonna go long. If price close below these levels, then it's also an easy short here. Oh, how did I miss this? It's not looking good. Not looking good, guys. But no levels here, to be honest, on this name. Um, the only level, the next level here is this one, 108.80. There's no level in between, no like solid level to play based off. So if price is below these levels, 138.42, if I see prices, going back there, then I might go try short it, but no levels here. Also, guys, do not force yourself to find a level. If you're doing that, that means you are clearly forcing a trade, which is not a good sign. For 1537 is a level that I'll be watching for downside here. On 4, low volume consolidation going on, sideways actions. 1577, but I don't know about 4. There are other names that moves nice compared to Ford. Facebook, guys, new lows coming on Facebook, guys, and then next one will be the bigger one. 186 support here on Facebook. Watching, is this is a gap or what? Guys, now we gotta find out. Okay, guys, this is a gap up. That's a clear gap here, guys, on Facebook. So has a clear gap of almost 8 points, 8 points gap here on Facebook. So this is probably my first level, 178 on the break, and then once 178 breaks, I have this gap fill play in Facebook. So 3 levels watching: 186, 178, and 170. Below 178, it should be the easy one, gap fill play. I don't forget, so I'm just gonna type it in here. FedEx. FedEx. So FedEx only one level, guys. Only one level, which is 208.90. 208.90. I'm gonna set an alert here. The spreads are okay, but this moves nice. If you guys want to wait on FedEx, you guys can wait until this 199 breaks. Once this 199 breaks, that is that's just game over, guys. That's game over for FedEx. It's going to 176 next. Look at this. No support here. No support here in this zone, and no retest of this level here, of this huge base breakout, but no retest. So probably it's just coming back from a retest here, or it's just this is a huge head and shoulder. We'll find out. Earnings coming too. How you guys liking it so far, guys? Let me know. Let me know. We only at G. We have a long way to go. On GM, I like the setup here of 4085 for more downside play on GM, and then for the upside, guys. I want to have some upside plays too. Just in case market goes the opposite way. Then I just don't want to sit around and then watch uh, good setups play out. Guys, I hope you guys are learning something new. I highly recommend take notes. That's what I used to do. Um, Always take notes, go back, refer to your notes, and that's when you learn more instead of just listening. There can be a lot of overwhelming information that can get passed. So always make notes of everything you like, and then go back to your charts, you revise that, and then you're gonna get way better in this. I don't like GS. Yo, what's up with HD? God, I fucking hate playing this name. I fucking hate this playing name. This does not move. Does not move at all. Um, So I'm only gonna play HD once it breaks this level, guys. That's it. No more touching. 307 break 25. Then gonna play HD here. For the downside and for the upside, guys. Just one level here for the upside. 331 20 level for any upside here. Hood. Here comes the hood. Yo, it's going down, guys. It's going down. Double fake out, guys. Double fake out here. Double fake out, double rejection here. High volume, bearish engulfing. Easy setup here below 1085. Guys, what did I tell you about this candle? What did I tell you about this candle? Now let's just look what's inside this candle. What I see, guys, no support here in this candle. No support here in this candle. Might just push a little bit down your target level here. Just I just say 1075, 1085. This gave us a 10-cent window here on hood. Below these levels, it's just game over. I wish Kathy stop loss will get hit on hood so we can get a bigger flush here. IBM, guys, posted this on my Twitter. Guys, always look out for setups on my Twitter, guys. I look at these 200 charts every single day. Then I post my 3 to 5 best looking setups on my Twitter. So always watch it for my setups. Look at IBM, guys. Post this setup on my Twitter. Bear flag breakdown, perfect retest here of the breakdown, and now going back down. So should be a very easy play below 123 14 level, bear flag confirmation, continuation confirmation here on the break. So this is on high watch for me. Okay, Intel broke key level. Intel broke key level here, not looking good. So if price is below these levels, 48, 18, then there are more chances of Intel going down. Okay, again, guys, whenever I talk about, just the levels to stay below, that means I can get into a trade right away off open as long as price stays below this level. But I'm not going to enter a trade if price open here, right? Then my risk is too much. I want a price open, somewhere around here, somewhere, or so my stop loss is very less. I In the end, guys, what's the goal of our trading? Higher risk and I mean, low risk and higher rewards, right? So that's what trading is all about. Managing the risk. Who remember JD, guys? Who remember JD? Who remember JD? Only the real ones probably remember, those who join every single week. This was a level given 61, 70. Told you guys everyone 167, 70 breaks. This is gonna flush. This is gonna flush hard. And then look at this, guys. What happened? 61, 70 breaks, and then game over, guys. Game over for this one. And guess what, guys? It's not done yet. It's not done yet. Is gonna go way more down than this one. Probably get a dead cut bounces along the way, but this shit has no choice but to go down. So keep an eye on all these names, like JD, PTD, Futu, Baba, Baidu, all these shitty names. J&J, ugly candle, but I don't want to play it. What happened, guys? People not drinking Coke anymore? or Pepsi or whatever, guys. 5750 is the next level here on Coke to play the more downside here. Guys, what is this? Again, guys, if you guys, I know you guys like watching all the starting session and stuff. If you guys, go like, all this, this stuff can do, I'll appreciate it. So if you guys are free, just like that video, share it with your friends or anyone you think, that this video will be useful. Share it with them, comment and stuff, so we can reach more and more people, and more people can take benefit of this free charting sessions. Would appreciate your support, guys. So Lucid, let's go back to Lucid here. Lucid goes in a sideways section, guys. Price in a sideways section, not looking good. Rejected at a downtrend here. Rejected once, rejected 2-3 times here. Volume is just not there, guys. That is what you wanna see. That is what you wanna see when price is consolidating and all that stuff. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. So watching 2177 level here for more downside on higher volume. If I see a higher volume on the break, that would give us uh, new lows on Lucid. Just be aware of this zone, guys. Be aware of this zone on Lucid. Uh, has a demand zone, to be honest. This is a demand zone. I would say this is a demand zone because why? Price made a new lows, made a base here, and then shot up, right? So be careful around these levels on Lucid if you are short. Welcome, Mr. Jam. Okay, so Lee Autos. Yeah, shorted the fuck out of XPav on Friday. Played zero DTEs for 200, not 200%, but 120%. And then the next week ons for 100%. That was an easy play, guys. That's an easy play. What's next for all these EVs, guys? What's next? I think EV is gonna dump. He's gonna dump hard next week. Um, I don't care about Tesla, but Li Auto's XPEV and Neo definitely not a good looks on both of them. I think Neo is just lagging here compared to Neo and XPEV. So watch for the downside here on Li Auto's. 1970 is my next target here on the autos. Price bit extended, can push back. Watch for a rejection around these levels or these levels. These are two levels I'm watching for a potential rejection here. On Liado's price gaps up, let's say price gaps up, right? Gaps up, and then it's gonna go down. Guys, if you guys remember, if you guys remember, um, about the stocks that I talk about here, uh, like Lemonade, like Hood, like DKNG, like Square, like SC, Twilio, all these names. I had only one strategy. I told you guys about it. Every single day you see a green day on these names, cheap puts that day. The puts are very cheap on green days, on names like the shitty names, and then buy cheap, sell expensive in this market. Easy plays, guys. All these guys. I gave you guys so many names to play the puts on, and then there's no point of chasing AMD, Nvidia, and all that, and then get faked out because a spy pumps out of nowhere just because of one single random news that is not even true. So that's why I avoid playing these big names that correlate with the S&P 500 when we are in this situation when where the news affects the market a lot. Guys, we swing too, but we swing to the downside, guys. It's Yes, market works in a levels, guys. Market always works in a, it's a phase. Now the market is in a down phase, right? Now the market is in a down phase, and if you're gonna buy the dip, I mean, you're gonna be get out of the market pretty soon, and then probably will,
go back to where the people come from. So do not predict the market, play what's happening in front of you. Don't just say, okay, this is the bottom, this is that, this is that. Market will show you when the bottom is, market will show you when the top is. So do not try to predict everything on your own. Let the market do its job, and then you play whatever is being presented in front of you. Lift, guys. I mean, I don't want to play. Macy's should rejected here. That that really should be rejected hard. Um, so watching 20 to 50 level here for more downside. Mastercard clear rejection here of breakdown and retest. Um, can see a surprise swing low, breakdown, retested it, and then if price stays below 330.85, then there are very high chances that Mastercard will see some fresh lows here. So if I want to intraday, I want 319.75 level break on Mastercard, and then it has some nice gap to fill 2 or 5 points. So it should be a good trade below 319.75, and would be a good swing trade below 330.85 um, on Mastercard. Let's look at Moderna. They should get random pumps. I'm telling you this. Like out of nowhere, just get random pump, just like Pfizer. I don't like playing these names, guys. Marvel looking all right. I mean, pricing is sideways action, no trades for me to be honest. But this is a good stock, guys. To go short or long on. So I'm setting my alert, at 60, 78 for this week. If this level breaks, 56.81 comes next, and then no longs unless price is above this level, above 69, 60. So let's just say 70 level, close below this level, and then I'll be bullish on Marvel. Morgan Stanley looking weak. Okay, Microsoft, every bounce is getting sold, guys. So what I'm watching is 303 for any upside play. And you guys know this March lows that it already printed below these levels. Price is in a clear range here. Break this range, and then Microsoft can see some fresh lows here. The next target here on Microsoft is 263 on the break. Also looks like a head and shoulder here on the daily chart. But we're gonna play the levels. We don't care about these drones. Mm, MU, I'm short MU over the weekend. Took a long swing, long short swing here on MU to the downside, because it broke this trend line here that I from the COVID lows, I guess. Yes, from the COVID lows, and then we have seen when the COVID trend line breaks. Um, so just taking the risk here on MU. So hopefully it eventually play out. Just to get some starter size here on MU on the break of these key levels here. To uh, So if MU stays below 73.85, then I think new lows can come easily on MU. My first target would be 71 here. my first target, but I mean, this is my big target, guys. 65 is my big target on MU on this break. Only reason I got a month out cons. Netflix, god damn Netflix. Shit looks like it just wanna dump so bad, guys. As what is next for 300? Okay, okay. Netflix saying 300, but that's too far away for next week. So we'll just give it a small targets here for next week. So watching 320 level here on the break. So break this 319 guys, 339 or just all those guys, just 340. I just say 340 here. So break 340 on Netflix, and then it can drop 20 points just like that. Yes, guys. So keep an eye on that. That's what I say, guys. Do not focus on this name that moves 1-2 points in a day. Focus on the names in this market, which moves 10, 12, 15 points a day. Neo, what is this shit stuff, guys? Neo's going down. Okay, it's going to what? As 15 was my target, to be honest, but it already hit my target. I gotta run my elder ways back it again to see where this shit can go. But definitely not looking good here. Has a gap to fill in here at this price point. Near to single digits. We'll see about that. High volume breakdown though. High volume breakdown, but shit's not looking good at all. Shit's not looking good. Let me give you guys clear levels here. So 1565 is the next level here on Neo for next leg down, and then with a target of 1260. 1260 next target on Neo. It's not gonna make it's like almost how much? 20% move down. Might not happen in one day, but intraday uh, target would be 1362 here on Neo. Nike. Let's look at Nike. Yo, Nike's breaking key support here. Shit's fuck. Yes, making this bearish pattern here. Um, this is a bearish candlestick pattern outside day, bearish engulfing outside day, and then this shooting star, I guess, and then this morning star pattern too looks like. Yes, looks like a perfect short setup here. 120, 80 level. I'm watching for downside on Nike. 118.80 is the next level of support on Nike, but I don't think it's going to stop there if it breaks. So I'm going to give you guys two levels here. 111.72. Again, guys, it's all the setup looks the same, all these bearish engulfings and all that. If I see anything's breaking a weekly highs, this week's high, or a Friday highs for a quick scalp to the upside, but I am not bullish just yet because just it's breaking the day's high. But if you guys see it breaking these Friday highs, sometime in the week, then I would, definitely scalp some calls. Um, did I miss Tesla? Oh, so we're not even there. We're not even there yet. Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna go quick now. In 15 minutes, we're gonna finish all the charts. Rapid fire charting session starts now. So NVIDIA guys, same setup, 219 level breaks, has a small gap to fill with a target of 206 next, and has its demand zone here. So be careful about it. Has its demand zone right around 195, 200 level. So be careful if you're short around these levels. Oxy, I want to talk about Oxy. Oxy looking bullish. Looks like it's and also I think Berkshire Hathaway's also got a position in Oxy. Got I think 57 million shares. I think on Oxy. So that's a big number. And so watching 59.64 level on Oxy to play the more upside with a target of 63.40. And looks like the same as DKNG, but a little bit lagging here. So watching is 42.20 level on pen for any downside, and for just scalp to the upside on intraday, no swings. Watching 45 for upside here, in case price goes there. Let's look at Pfizer. Pfizer was bullish on Friday. Um, Fuck Pfizer, guys. All my homies hate Pfizer. Nobody likes this shit. 50 90, 50 90 for any upside scalp, but I don't know. I don't like this stuff. PG just on a selling spree here, guys. What's going on? That's the inflation hedge too. Broke key support here, stays below 144, and then PG can see some new lows. Um, Next target here on PG on the breakdown is 141.60, and then also have this demand here. So a lot of couple of stocks that we watched, approaching demand zones. So watch those demand zone for a potential bounce or reversal or whatever, but just be careful around those demand zones. Do not short the demand zones, guys. Let's look at everyone FinTwit's favorite stock that they like to catch bottom on every single week. PayPal. Um, what's next for PayPal? More lows? We'll find out. So watching two levels here only on PayPal, 94.40 level on PayPal and 92.30 level on PayPal, just to play the downside. Looks like a good for upside too in case we get it. 170 level for any upside play on PayPal. Let's just look at let's just set an alert for the upside and for the downside. Only interested in downside, if it breaks this level on highs. In case we in case we gap down, if we don't gap down, then I'll be watching this 95 54 level to play the puts. What's the next level on PayPal? Oh, has a gap too. Okay, it's already filled. 89.90 is the next support. Has some weird shit. So it's almost at a COVID low. So might get a bounce here when it comes for a double bottom or stuff. Mm, what's the volume? This one, guys. This is just a regular volume, guys. This is a regular volume. I keep it the same color. So it's just remove your bias of going long and long and short on stocks. So I recommend doing this so you don't see a red candle and then jump into puts, right? But anything could happen in those red candle. You don't know which volume is it. If you go into 15 minute, it shows a red candle. If you go into 5 minute, it shows a green candle. So it's better to only see one color and then stick with your bias. Qualcomm not looking good here. Range breakdown retested here. So what's next for Qualcomm? Watching this level very carefully, guys. Watching this level on high watch 147, 88. Break this level has a huge gap to fill to the downside. I think it can go there. Keep down your high watch, guys. This name, guys. The more simple you make trading, the better you're gonna get in it. The more complicated you keep stuff, having different levels on your chart, having different indicators on your chart, and then waiting for some kind of um, confirmation from all your stuff from the charts. By that time you're going to miss the trade unless you have only two lines on your chart. That's it. That will keep you in the play for a longer time. So printing new lows on Roblox. So what's next? Watching 36 support here on Roblox next, and then I think it's going way down. 30, guys. I go in 3 points increments. In Roblox breakdown, 10% down, 10% again. So I I I choose my support levels like this. Let's look at Rivian, guys. I'm short Rivian. Guys, what a perfect setup here on earnings. Gap down hard, went into this prior resistance, rejected the resistance on high volume. So watch this level, guys, next week. That should be an easy play here on Rivian below 37.70. It's an easy play. 36 comes next. So ultimate my target on Rivian is $30. Very sturdy. Here we go. It's pretty down, but I think it can go there. Roku, Kathy name. Look at this, guys. Look at this shit. Who would have known, guys? This is gonna dump so bad. If you guys join every single week, you guys probably know that this shit has no life, and no choice. So 102.52, 102.60, 102.60, watching on Roku for the downside. Where's the next support at, guys? Let's look at it. The next support is at $80. So break this level and Roku is going to $80. Hard to imagine a $500-600 stock can go to two digits in such a short span of time. But as long as you're playing the levels, you will stay in this market for the rest of your life. 102.50 level watching on Roku. Yes, I'm trying to set less and less alerts. So in case you get a gap down, I don't want fucking 20 different uh alerts just thrown at my face at 6:30. So I get, so the less alerts I have, the better for me to pick and choose what I'm gonna play on Monday or any other day. So 81.90 level walking on Starbucks for any further downside, guys. What is this candle here? Very bearish candle, guys. Very bearish candle on high volume, bearish engulfing. Watching 81.90 level here for more downside. Next support is 76.33. Snap, guys. Perfect short setup here. Perfect short setup. If you guys um follow on Twitter and then follow all my posts, follow all the levels, then you would only need this level on your charts to play the downside. So look what happened. This was a level given on Twitter, 34.20 level, somewhere around that. Price broke down this level and then retested a level and then going back down. And then what's next, guys? Snap is gonna fill the gap. Simple as that. So it's a huge gap to fill up until like $24. So watching this 29.62 level for further downside on Snap. This is the key support here to hold. 28.12. Once 28.12 breaks, this would be the easiest shot um, in the stock market US history. Snow, guys. What's up with snow? Snow's gonna go down. There are 110% chances that snow will see some lows here going into next week. So if snow stays below these levels, 185s, not even 185s, guys, like this. If snow stays below 210, it's gonna get short real bad. So I think it's still expensive, 180. It can still cut in half, or it can go two digits too, but I think it's very early to say that. But not looking good. Broke this lows here, actually broke this lows and broke this IPOs um, range here. Look at this, guys. Broke this IPO lows here, and then that is also our uh, invalidation zone 2. So price above this is setup invalidated. If below this, it's gonna get sold real hard. Mm, Square. Square. I mean, I would wait for Square. But looks like it can break down. Watching this 93, 55 level. Once this level breaks, I think it can go to easily this 82 lows that it printed earlier. So only watching one level on Square. It reported good earnings. So if we get a good push into the market, I'll be also watching this 114 break to play the upside. Also having this small downtrend, um, making this small downtrend here too. So yeah, watch out for either side. That was a good set, but I don't know why I didn't play that. It was in my mind, guys. Same sort of a snap. Looks like it's gonna fill the gap fairly quickly and can go down to this 182 levels. So only levels I'm watching on target here is 206.70 level, watching on target. After that, 203, and then the ultimate gap fill play is in effect. 199.80 is the ultimate target here on target. Here comes a Tesla below 800. Guys, we talked about this last week. If Tesla stays below this level, 950, every single bounce is gonna get sold. Every single bounce is gonna get sold, and it looks like that is what's happening. And what's the next level on Tesla? 782.32 is the next level on Tesla with a very just a little support here at 761. And if we look at in the 15-minute chart, now let's see what that candle, the green candle, no support here, guys. Just like hood, guys, just like hood, no support in this candle. Price below this 760 uh, or the 757 50 level in this zone, it's gonna drop back to 700 real hard. Don't worry, I think you'll be able to buy it in 2 digits pretty soon. So Tesla, guys, these are the key levels on Tesla. For the upside, I want 890 to be reclaimed here. unless every single bounce is gonna get sold. But you guys can definitely scalp the calls on intraday if you guys see any breaking some consolidation or something like that. Um, but for if you look at the bigger picture, these are the levels I'm watching. ETD, guys, I'm telling you this, once this lows break on TTD, this is gonna go, this is gonna get flushed real bad. This gonna get ugly below 55. So below 55, 46 comes. Just a COVID lows, guys. Below 55, 46 comes next, easy. It looks like a bit extended here, so watch. High volume breakdowns, low volume consolidations, high volume bear flag breakdowns. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see when you want to go ultra bear in any stock or long. Twilio Cathy name, I'm going to short it with my eyes closed. Um, and then when I'm going to open my eyes after shorting, it's going to be in profit. Um, that's an easy always place, guys. Easy place. Twitter sideways action, watching 31.95 for any downside, and for the upside, I have this level on Twitter, 32.52 for no, 34.52 actually, for any upside. Let's look at Uber, probably sideways action on Uber. Yeah, guys, sideways action on Uber. I don't want to play Uber, but this is a good level to keep an eye on. 29.75, somewhere around that. If breaks this level, just can give us a good trade here. Let's look at the magnets, where the daily magnets are. Okay, let's just set up an the call alert too, in case market gaps out. Or UPST back at 100. Who would have predicted this, guys? Bear flag breakdown here on UPST on high volume. So what's the next support here on UPST is 87 bucks is the next support here on UPST. Has some support down here too, somewhere around like 93, 94. Price can go there, stops up for some time, and then go back here. Stay stepping. I look at XOM. Look at this all-time high breakout retest is in play. Watching this level, 86.52 for any upside, and for downside, I'll be watching this lows. It's probably also weekly low too. So let's just look at weekly. Whoa, what is this candle on weekly, bro? I don't want to short weekly, guys. Never mind. I'm not shorting oil. XPath, what I play, guys. What I play on Friday. Guys, W in the chat if you guys took this play. Fire play on Friday, 100%. So what's next on XPath? Broke this key support here on very high volume, 2290 break, and then 1870 is next support here on XPath. It's already, guys. If you guys did not, play the XPath, it's all right, because guess what? More coming next week. It's so easy, guys. It's so easy to play the downside in this market. Yes, when I see 10 furus on Twitter, 5, not 5, 10 furus on Twitter, saying market has bottomed, that is your clear indication, guys. That is your clear indication that market is going to go down even more. So guys, I do not open my Twitter in the first 2 hours because I don't want to get, just look at other people tweets and then change my bias. So I completely shut down my Twitter for first 1 hour, and I don't even go look at it. So I just want to play my own thoughts instead of someone else thought and then get fucked. That's what I advise you to guys do. So I think guys, that's about it for today's all the names. Um Guys, now it's a Q&A time. It's what do you say? The request time. So if I missed anything, let me know. I'll chart it for you guys. If you guys have any question, that's it. Let me know, guys, in the chat. Let me know in the guys chat. If you guys liked it, guys, comment. Please comment. Yes, two words comments. I will appreciate that. How many years I've been trading options for? Um, I'm trading options for like it's what? It's March. It's almost a year now. Yes, I'm doing this full time. It's been almost a year. I started doing it, I think 2 years ago, but I did not know a shit about this market. So JVN now looking good, guys. JVN now looking good. Has its support at 22.82, 22 support breaks, and then 21.14 can come next really quickly. So I don't know how cons on this one. I'm gonna put in my watch list. So I'm gonna go back and see if this one has a liquid cons, then we can play it. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Mm, yes, show some love, guys. Show some love. Share it on Twitter. Share it with your friends. Comment, like whatever you can do on your end. I would appreciate it. Um, Crowd. Let's look at crowd. Crowd gapped up on earnings, guys. But guess what? What's the what's the trend nowadays? What's the trend nowadays? Gap up and fade on earnings. That's the trend nowadays. So I think that's gonna happen with the crowd too. So watching 180 to 90 level for any downside. If market is weak, there is no way crowd can hold on these levels, especially when it's a software name and every software name is down. So crowd will have to come down if market is weak and all the software names are weak. And especially we are in this war zone where all these companies attacking each other. There is cyber war going on. So crowd is no exception. So two levels watching for any side, 205, 55 for any upside play, and 180 for any downside play. No trades for me in between on crowd. Looks like a good setup, to be honest. No worries, guys. Love you guys. I love you. Thanks for the kind words. Any tips? Someone asked me a question. Uh, yes, if stocks gap down below my levels, what would I do? I would do two things, guys. First, I would close this chart and then walk away, or I would have this chart in front of my eyes for a whole day, and then unless my level will not get retested, I'm not getting into a trade. Or I want to see price gap down or gap up and then go sideways. So I want to see price go sideways after gapping and gap down and then play that range break. Or the third thing, which is very rare I do, but when the setup is there, I do it, is watching the next support.
So if price break one support, is obviously going to next support. So watch that support or resistance for have your level and then play that level instead of just catching the falling knife. Mm. Any tips for someone like me who wants to trade but works off my phone most of the day? How do you feel about leaps? Guys, I don't recommend playing, the leaps right now. Let the market bottom first. The market does not look like it's gonna bottom just yet. So if you guys want to play leaps, I would say, just wait a little bit. If you got a more downside in the market next week or two, I think that's when you can start scaling in for the upside. That's what I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna get into leaps. You guys will know, guys. Just come to a charting session. You guys, it's not like we're gonna miss the setups in 1 week. Setup is not gonna go there anywhere. Market's gonna be here forever. So never feel like you are missing out. So even if market starts reversing to the upside in this week or week after or in a month, so but we will still have a lot of time to play the upside too. So don't feel left out. Just wait for market to bottom out, and then we'll get into um, calls too. And then with the phone, guys, I used to trade on my phone too, right? So have a trading view app on your phone. Have you if have just just set a couple of alerts, not everything, but just couple of alerts. This like this crowd or anything that I talked about today, that is a high confidence play like snow, like DKNG, all these kind of stuff. Have those levels on your chart and can play swings on those names with a stop loss of weekly levels, right? So that's a one way if you're busy to play this market. Can you look at GOGO? What's GOGO? Why they should pumping? What do they do? It's a communication. Um, why do I have this charted? Um, so looks like it's clear rejection of the prior resistance here, but daily is looking bullish. Daily is in an uptrend. Can slowly grind up as long as it's holding the daily magnets here. Um, so 1758 is the next level for any upside, but this is a big level. This is a big level at 1950 to play the further upside. Watch for rejection if price goes there. Mm, love you guys. See you on Monday, guys. Yeah, guys, this week's gonna be high volatility. So if you are not, if you guys cannot trade high volatility days, so I would just stay just observe the action, and then only get into a play that is very confirmed instead of just forming here and then just chill. Guys, 40% short interest on what? Tips for small accounts, guys. Tips for small account is just being patient and not swing shit anything overnight. So that's what happens, guys. You small accounts, I know whenever if someone has small account, they have one mentality of growing their account by two folds, by five folds, by 10 folds overnight, but that's not how things work, right? So what I would say, do not swing anything overnight if you have a small account, and do not play earnings, and do not get FOMO, and do not trade in the lunch hours. Only trade in the first hours and in the last hours, and only trade when stock is breaking the daily levels. That's it. That's it. All you want to do if you have a small account. Be patient. Be very selective, guys. If you have a small account, because if you have a big account, you can take like 5 losses in a day, but you have a small account, and then I know there is some PDT rule in US too. You're not getting enough day trade. So what I would say, just wait for your perfect setup, guys. We have so many good setups here. Go back, watch this video, and see the setups that that I showed absolute confirmation in. Keep those plays on your watch and see how they do. Start with one con, two cons, and then just play those names instead of having 10 playing 10 different names in your small account. I would say focus on only one or two plays, and then
have this place on your chart and then start scaling in more and more as the stocks goes in your favor. Just focus on a couple of names and then you can grow your account instead of having one contract in every single play. Guys, I would never full port. Does not matter how much confidence I have. Sometimes there are plays out there that I am 1000% confident in, like XPEP. Like, the XPEP on Friday, I was very confident on the play that it was gonna go down 100%. But guys, it does not mean that I'm gonna forget about my risk management. So the risk management always be there. You never know what's gonna happen in this market. So risk is very important. You're gonna get these setups every single day, every single week. So just never full port, guys. Just never full port. I do not advise this shit, right? Instead, even if you take as like XPEP, let's say you have a small account and you take XPEP 5 counts or 3 counts, it there goes 100%. And then if you have a 2000 account and you play with 300, there you get 300%, $300 right away. That's like 20% of your port. And if you play your full port and then goes negative even 20%, and then you lost 25% of your port right away. So never full port, guys. Play small, play high confidence, score big, and then play with the profits into your next place, and then keep on doing that. Play with the profits, play with the profits, and then soon you will have a big account. Guys, I do not use any scanner. So the only scanner I use is my eyes every single day to scan all these names, chart all these names every single day after market closes. I just don't do it on Saturday. I do it Monday to Friday every single day. Um, um, XBI was it's a biotech share. What is this my target on this one, Guru? Very low targets. Okay, so watching this support here on XBI, just as last week's support, the same support as last week, 81 70, I guess, 8170 level. Watching on XBI for any downside, nothing upside, guys. No place for me unless price breaks this 91.90, not even 91.90, guys. This level. Any bounces to this level is gonna get sold unless price close above this level and then show me that it's bullish. But these are my thoughts for now. And then break this level and 72.42 next support, 64.20 is the next support. JNJ. I think we're talking about JNJ. JNJ sideways action going on really. No clear levels, but let's look at daily. So can have these levels. So for the downside, I'll be watching 163.31 level. And then for the upside, I'll be watching 143.70 level. Only two levels I'm watching on JNJ. Actually, let's just set an alert. This seems like good level. Um GILD. Oh, I remember shorting this name 2 weeks ago, but I got L on this one. BS name does not move. Price approaching this demand zone here. I would short just yet. GILD. You guys I have the support demand zone drawn on this one, and then what happens, guys? Price came into this demand zone, bounced off of it. So if I want to go short on GILD, I want this level breaks, which is 56.50. Break 56.50 and then show me you can go more down, but not gonna go short in these zones. How would you go about narrowing your daily watch list to 5 6 o'clock every single morning? I guess I have almost 8 on my watch list, and then I watch almost 25 to 30 stocks um, on besides my watch list. So, but the 8 names that I mostly focus on is how I choose is I go back I go back to my alert section here, and then I see how many alerts do I have for Monday is 47. So I'm gonna go through all these 47 names and see which one's a good setup here for Monday. Then I'm gonna have those levels marked, and then if I don't find anything in here, then I start thinking about all these sectors, all these sector names. Then I go to the different sectors and see how they are performing and how the names in this ETF performing. Then I have those names in my watch list. Every single name on my watch list, guys, you will always find a different from different sectors. So every 8 names on my watch list, 8 different from 8 different sectors. So I do not miss on anything in the market. Guys, how do you choose stop loss, you guys? I mean, stop loss is choosing very easy, guys. The candle the level that you took trade based off is just above that level. That's it. It's that simple. So if let's say when GALDs broke this level 56.50, and then that is where I'm gonna take my trade. Let's say it's broke this level, retested it, and then I got my entry on this one, and then I scaled in heavy on this break, and then my stop loss is obviously is around this level now. So that is where always be my stop loss is. How did you get the list of all important sectors, guys? I made it. I made the list on my own. I spent just a couple of hours on that. So I recommend you guys doing that too. All right, guys, I think that's about it today. If you guys have any questions, you guys know you guys can always, text me on Twitter or on Discord or anywhere you like. Um, or if you guys are struggling with something, just let me just message me, just and then we'll figure it out. So I think that's about it for today, guys. Thanks for joining this weekend charting session. Hope you all liked it. Hope you guys learned something new, and then you guys will have, you guys will have no bias going to next week. Just gonna play the levels, and then you guys will be on fire. I can tell you that. Again, thank you guys. Just like, subscribes, whatever all the options are there, and then I would appreciate it. And then have a good rest of your weekend, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend.